In this video, I'm going to be showing you every single shortcut currently in Rocket Racing. So let's get into it. Here's a list of all the tracks with shortcuts and their timestamps so you can skip ahead. These are only major shortcuts. I will not be mentioning slightly out of place boost pads or corner hopping. Leave a like on this video if it helps you out, and let's start off with Cliff Runner. After the long left turn towards the beginning of the track, you will have to take a sharp right. But if you hook your car as far right as possible, you will end up going under this arch, which will save you a lot of time. I will warn you that there are many ways to mess up this turn, so take it at your own risk. Not much further in this track, you can skip this tunnel entirely by turning left off the track and taking this pathway through the canyon. This pathway is much faster, and since it's a straightaway, you should utilize your boost. The next map is Festive Falls. Most of you have probably already seen this hidden boost pad towards the beginning of the track, but if you ignore that and head left straight into the waterfall, you will land in this hidden passageway which skips the big curve. People who paid attention saw this shortcut being featured in the Rocket Racing trailer and the Fortnite Chapter 5 live event. Moving on to Puddle Jumper. Towards the middle of the race, you will see this tunnel on the left side. While this is extremely obvious, most players don't realize that this is not just an alternate path. Going this way will actually save you almost 3 full seconds, whereas the other path will have you playing Super Mario or something, I don't even know. Next up we have Outpost, another advanced track. After going across the bridge and jumping over the river, you can jump off the track to the left to skip the turn and hit this hidden boost pad. Windy way. Near the start of the track, you can choose to jump over the tunnel instead of going into it. Then you can fly through these canyons to cut the turn down by a lot. I found that flying through these canyons and taking the apex of the turn is much faster than jumping on the sidewall. Puddle Jumper 2. After leaving the first rectangular tunnel, you can actually jump and land to the right of the next tunnel, then do a bunch of maneuvers to hit a string of boost pads that the regular path doesn't have. The next shortcut is right at the beginning of Pleasant Pitstop. At the start of the race, you should skip the upper path completely and drop down to hit these hidden boost pads. After exiting the big curve, you can turn to the left to hit this dirt path and jump onto this track to hit another hidden boost pad. And not much further, you can jump to the right of this tunnel and hit this secret dirt path that will have you hitting even more hidden boost pads that the upper path doesn't have. Riviera is my favorite track on this list, as the first shortcut has both the highest risk and highest reward. Towards the end of the track, you have to slow down a lot to complete these really tight turns. You can actually skip this section completely by hopping over the slow barrier and carefully flying through this tiny gap in the gate. And a little further down the track, you can skip the turn completely by jumping and boosting over these beach houses. As I said earlier in the video, there are many other track hopping and hidden boost pad opportunities, but they are either way too obvious for this video, or they don't actually provide an advantage, as the little time you save doesn't justify not charging your boost around the turn. The most difficult tracks in this game feature many alternate paths, but not any major shortcuts in my opinion, as each path tends to have its own pros and cons. So that's going to be it for this video. If you plan to use any of these in your next race, then please like and subscribe for more Rocket Racing content, as I have a video coming out soon where I answer nearly every single one of your Rocket Racing questions that I've seen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.